City.
What's up, everybody? Joe here from Podcast Rock City, and with me is Mr. Jody Havnot.
How you doing, people?
Mr. Sonny Hollywood Pooney.
No matter what mic Joey's using, ain't making his face look no better.
Oh my God! See, I can't even get to you, Joey. And gold record having motherfucker Joey Casada.
I officially quit the show unless I'm announced before Pooney from now on.
Okay, so
Jody is welcome. Jody is deserving of the first slot. Pooney to the bottom.
To the bottom. Hey, you guys! Thank you out there for tuning in tonight. This is a weird time for us. I am going out of town, and hey, man, we still wanted to do the live show for you guys, so it is a little late, but man, you guys are gonna hang in there. You can see in the picture there that we're sharing this little screen. We're gonna get to that. Yeah, man, it's just so much to talk about, and we're gonna do our whole show. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Let's see, and we'll see what happens. I guess the first thing we need to do is let's just get to the news.
Podcast Rock City News.
So, like, all of a sudden, all kinds of hell has been breaking loose. No pun intended. And everywhere I go, people are sending me messages. At 6:30 this morning, it was either 6:30 or 7. Boom! My phone was like, "So, what's the big announcement going to be?" And so Kiss released this video like 3 days ago, and it's changed. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's changed. I'll go ahead and play. I believe this is today's. So this is what we got. So yeah.
What does that mean?
I have no idea what that means. I will tell you guys that I did go onto their Facebook, okay? I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys that it was 3 days of videos, all right? Did you guys know that?
I didn't know they were any different over the.
Okay, yeah.
So they have this big countdown with like 100 days, but it's really only been the last 3 days, right?
Right.
Something like that. Okay, but the first video says 2020 is about to get hotter than hell. Okay, 3 days left. And then it says, get ready for something epic. Now, first of all, that is a big word to use. Then the second one came out. It said, you wanted the best, you got the best. 2 days left. Get ready for something epic. Now, today, it says the hottest band in the world and the hottest performance in the world. Are you ready? And then it's 1 day left. Are you ready for something epic? So then I went ahead and checked out their actual kissonline.com, right? And on kissonline.com, this is what we got, which was another unusual. So there's actual countdown, 11 hours, 24 minutes, 53 something seconds. So this reminds me of when Chris Jericho joined the WWE. You know, Joey?
Of course. This is Kiss 2J?
Maybe. So, all right. So before we get to our regular part of the show, let's talk about this. Sonny thinks he knows.
I think I know too.
Oh, okay.
I want to hear what you think first.
Okay, Sonny, what is it that you think it is?
I'm thinking it's a live stream show. There's been rumors about Dubai. There was rumors about New Year's Eve, possibly. If it's any type of live stream, we will never hear the end of the Kiss Army of whether Paul's really singing or is it Memorex or blah, blah. Like, you're never going to hear the end of that if it's a live stream. But it would be cool to see.
It would be cool to see. Jody, what did you hear?
I didn't hear anything, but I've been speculating on my own. I think that it might be an announcement that Kiss has finally figured out that, they're getting older. They're not going to be around so long. Maybe they're going to start selling their body parts. Like, you could get Paul you get a tooth. You know what I mean?
You get a tooth.
Or maybe since it's Epic, maybe they're going to re-release Wicked Lester. Weren't they on Epic Records? Is that a thing?
That's interesting.
That's not the hottest band in the world, really.
Okay, so I went and looked, and it was a few days ago, apparently, but they've already announced who the halftime at the Super Bowl is going to be.
Yeah, it's not going to be. They're not playing to the weekend. I can tell you that right now.
Right, but my thing is I thought, well, maybe they're going to get announced as the Super Bowl halftime. It's never happened. They've done the pre-show on a shitty freaking Super Bowl. And they were the best part of the whole thing. Sonny lost money. And so that's not it. Okay, so like what people out there have been speculating. I did get I sent you guys one of the things that somebody wrote yesterday, and it totally cracked me up. So I wanted to share that again.
We're not going to ask Joey what he thinks. I thought he had a good idea.
Cares.
What about you too? What do you think, Joe?
I'm guessing it's gonna be either a live stream of a concert or maybe a live stream service. So where they have like videos up, we talked about this, 4 months ago, how Kiss should have something like this. I'm not saying they listen to us, but what I'm saying is maybe they've been sitting back and planning on something like this. They know how many people are sitting at home. They know how much people, hell, we could all go back into lockdown at any moment. Who the hell knows? But, maybe they're going, man, we got to have this ready for by the end of the year. And
listen, I think that would be the ultimate. And now if there's a live, not a live stream, but a live, some kind of network coming, a streaming network by Kiss, to me, that would be the ultimate announcement. That would be better than, I can't even think of even a new album to me wouldn't be as good as that, because a live streaming, service would mean, not a live, but a streaming service would mean constant new footage, constant updates, constant just, stuff that we could see. So unfortunately, I don't even think it's going to be even close to that. My original take, which God, I hope I'm wrong, is really just a re-release of Hotter Than Hell, whether it's, the Hotter Than Hell colored vinyl that Joe will buy 7 copies of, or,
at least 4.
even if it's a deluxe version of Hotter Than Hell, a remix would be great. But I don't even think they would ever do that. I think they'll just go deluxe version, alternate cover, maybe the color cover rather than the black and white cover, something like that. Then when I saw this last one that said, the hotter than, what is it? What did it say? The Hotter Than Hell performance. What did it say? That
hottest band in the world and the hottest performance in the world.
Right. So then before we came live today, I was thinking maybe it's some kind of Hotter Than Hell concert that was never released. And my first thought of was Winterland.
Yeah, Winterland.
So Winterland, I think, is the Hotter Than Hell tour, because the set list doesn't have anything from, I don't know if you guys can
but
see
it is 75, right? It must be early 75, maybe.
But it's still the Hotter Than Hell tour, right?
Yeah, but wasn't it already released? This was already released by Kiss.
Yeah, wasn't it on one of the Kissologies?
Kissology.
The whole thing was released, it was?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I
It
don't.
still
I mean,
cuts
that
off,
would be
like,
my best guess.
yeah.
I might have to revert back to the colored vinyl then. But Sonny, when you said a live stream, are you thinking a legit live stream, like they're going to do a live concert and they're going to stream it, or they're just going to put one of their concerts, to stream?
No, I'm saying legit live stream. Like we've heard of them doing a one-off show, private, make $1 million, take the money to the bank kind of thing. You got to figure out a way to rehearse and blah, 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 and all that. Like, there's no chance that Paul would be using the KISS marketing to do something with Soul Station, right?
Oh, God.
No, I don't think so. But here's the thing. I think that it has to be huge. It has to be huge because they're using the word epic. They're spending all this time on. Yeah, but here's the thing. Let's be fair. Joe is still
12
epic.
years old. Look at
yeah.
I love Joe. I love you.
Yeah.
I love you so much. But
Kiss
has been using those types of keywords forever. And
let me finish.
The new epic Hello Kitty line. Here it is.
Okay, but wait, hold on. Let me finish because I think I'm going to make a legit point here. They have released a bunch of these albums, but they have never gone this far in promotion. They have never gone.
True.
They did not. They did put out a little video for Unmasked, but it wasn't a countdown or anything like that. They don't have to do that. As soon as they release these albums in colored vinyl or whatever, they sell out. I mean, as quick as quick. So they didn't have to do that. This has to be something other than a record. If it's not, I'll be really surprised. But when they released Unmasked, they did put a little video out, but it was just the day, and it said, this is when it's going to come out. This is more of a buildup, And although it says it starts at 100 days, like you said, it's only been 3. But tomorrow at noon, and unfortunately, getting on and hard to do something like that. So we're just kind of speculating right now. Right now, Keith LaRue is watching this and laughing at us.
I actually texted him earlier today. He didn't answer me back, the bastard.
Yeah, he does that.
Yeah,
when he's got something juicy and it's about to come out, he goes dark. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's like
he went
Could it be a new box set?
You think it has anything to do with that documentary that they were doing?
I don't know. I know a little bit about it, but I've been sworn to secrecy. I can tell you that and that's not a joke. And I can tell you that he went to a movie today. So maybe he's hiding. Jody just brought something up. Maybe it's a new box set. Is that possible?
What are you thinking? First 6 albums?
That'd be cool. All like remastered somehow.
And it's for a Black Friday sale only at Kmart.
Damn, we ain't got no Kmart's here.
We don't either.
You don't think they're using the keywords hotter than hell for a reason?
Yeah, that's
I don't even think they're using the word epic for a reason.
Good point.
It's epic. Does that mean?
Okay, hold on.
They said hotter than hell a couple times already. Why would they say it?
Okay, all right. Let's do a timeout for a second. Sonny, what are people saying online?
I'm guessing that they recorded a bunch of shows on this tour. They could easily edit a few shows together and stream it. Do it the night before Thanksgiving, the biggest night. But since no one's going out this year. There's some folks just saying live stream. Mitch LaFawn was on earlier. He said live stream. If you're going to do a live stream, I don't know if you
that Canadian bastard on here.
I don't know if you can do a recorded live stream. That's not a live stream. That's a recorded stream.
No, that's true.
I heard Wicked Lester is getting back together.
All right, so I did see one thing that I thought was awesome, and I sent it to you guys. And they're going to release a new record called the Corona Album Remasked. And the songs are Detroit Mask City, Rock and Roll. Let me turn it this way so I can read it better. My eyes. Rock and Roll All Night and Disinfect Every Day. I Was Made for Isolating with You. Heaven's on Fire, and So Are My Hands from This Purell. God of Lysol. Let's put the X in X-ray for my chest. Calling doctor, any doctor. Cold gin and other addictions I've developed this year. A world without heroes except for healthcare professionals. Crazy, crazy nights and boring, boring days. 100,000 years, and that was just 2020. That was brilliant. The guy who put it out, Hollow Man, LA Rock. I'm sorry I used your shit there. It wasn't mine. It was his. That cracked me up.
Have you actually ever tried cold gin? No matter how good the gin is, man, it's got bite. If you,
I'm going to tell you the truth. I've never had gin.
Wow, really?
Whoa.
No, as a matter of fact, I think, okay, I'm going away with my lovely, gorgeous girlfriend, Karen, this weekend, and I think I'm going to try a couple of things that I've never tried. One, watch what you guys say. Sonny, especially you, Joey, call him a son of a bitch.
She hasn't tried it with you yet, but she's tried it.
Now, okay, you guys are evil.
I got you.
All right, so I think I'm going to try whiskey for the first time.
Oh, my God.
Nice.
I've never had whiskey. Is that what you're drinking? And he's got a red Solo cup. And I think maybe I'll try some gin. I've never had gin. I'm not a drinker, though. When we were in Vegas, I sat next to Kevin and drank a mudslide and got about 3/4 of the way through it, and I was trashed.
Gin will really do you in then, man.
I'm a baby.
It's terrible stuff.
I'm a freaking baby.
It's like pine
here, Joey.
Nice gin and tonic. Gin and tonic ice. You'll love it.
Okay. Well,
gin
I mean,
gin. You need some gin and gin. Sorry, I got a bunch of new filters.
That was pretty awesome. Okay, so that's where we're going with that. Let's give final thing. Sonny says live show from Dubai or somewhere like that. Jody says brand new toilet paper, Kiss toilet paper, since there's going to be a run on it. Joey says hotter than hell in colored vinyl, but he hopes that it's not. And I say they're opening a theme park, and it's going to be amazing. And they're going to invite all four of us to be the masters of ceremony that night.
Yeah.
I can't go anywhere. I'm on curfew.
Kiss would open a theme park right now during the pandemic. That'd be perfect. Good business sense.
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe Peter and Ace are coming back.
No, I got chills. No, I'm kidding.
Guys, I have a bad feeling we're going to be so disappointed tomorrow. We really are.
Okay, but we hope not.
That's a given.
No, wait, listen. I hope more than anyone. I want something great. I just
listen.
I have no expectations.
You don't hope more than me. We're going to fight about this. All right.
No, but I do. Here's why. Because you will be excited over a colored vinyl. You'll be, hooray, colored vinyl. And I will be miserable. So you trust me, more things will make you happy.
Oh my God, Kiss Sharpies.
Oh, they're 9 colors.
Do they have them? I don't have them. Did they make them already?
Did anyone get Paul's Thanksgiving warning and tweet out? Did anyone read this?
Yeah. I saw that.
I'm so tired I saw it, but Twitter, man. I'm not on Twitter because it's depressing.
Should I read it or
go ahead? Go ahead. I have another Paul Stanley news thing.
Paul's Thanksgiving tweet. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. No other means more than that dinner with the people I love. We won't be doing it this year because, in capital letters, I love those people and they love us. Show how much you care by putting yours and someone else's life at risk. Don't make it a meal to die for. Okay? But a day earlier,
I know where you're going.
A day earlier, he tweeted out, Soul Station just shot 5 songs in 7 hours. 15 of us kicking ass without hot tubs, girls, sport cars, or champagne, CGIs or special effects. So basically, it's just it's amazing. He can feed his ego, but not his family.
Yeah,
it's like it's unbelievable. Listen, I'm the most paranoid person in the world about this pandemic. I'm completely safe. I do nothing. I'm locked in my house 99% of the time. But you can't do both. You can't have it both ways. You can't preach and then do, record 5, 6, 7 videos. You can't do it.
And then he said that he did it. He said that they did it to CDC standards, but I'm like, have your meal that way.
Right. Because you can't have the meal that way. Right. 15 people singing in front of each other is okay, but having a nice slice of turkey, no good.
Yes, I'm a ham guy.
You can't get it past the mask, though. You got the fork. It's like not going in.
Okay.
No,
also,
but they didn't even have masks. There's pictures of Paul with the girl singers and stuff hugging each other. No masks.
It's silly, dude. It's like, come on, Paul.
Okay, so we're almost done with the news. I had a couple more things that I wanted to bring up. One, it is Paul Stanley and his girl, Erin, I believe her name is. It's their anniversary, 15 years. Congratulations. I'm going to go ahead and say this, and I mean it. I've been like 5 feet from her, and as amazing as Paul Stanley still looks, she is way too beautiful for him. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. Even in these wedding pictures, to me, she is stunning. I stood 5 feet away from her, and I was like, damn, Paul Stanley's wife is beautiful. And she is. So sorry, Paul. That's just, to quote a great man, Gene Simmons, he said, you outkicked your coverage. All right. So also, I got this news today right here. Very excited about this. The theme nights for the Kiss Cruise 10, which will not happen in October or any other year. I'm just kidding. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going, so I really hope it does. Theme nights are Halloween, pajama. That's because we're going to be there on Halloween, not because, anyway, not that. Anyway, pajama night, 80s night, Psycho Circus night, and dress as your favorite Kiss song. I'm just going to walk around as a big dick and be a love gun. Would that be good? That would be awesome, right?
Awesome. Yes.
And you could and Joey, you got to come on the cruise so you could be the balls.
Nice.
No, what? Me and Sonny will be a ball each.
Yes.
Totally.
Anyway, all right. So that's what's going on. The Kiss Cruise, I'm very excited for. I cannot wait. I got a year to go. Less than a year now. It's just barely less than a year. All right. So that was the news. You guys got anything else? Corona.
I just hope we can comment on this thread tomorrow at noon with good news. That's all I care about.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. That was the news. Let's get to the topic of the week.
Podcast Rock City. Topic of the week.
So this week we wanted to do a Q&A from you guys, the listeners, the viewers, and we always put Sonny to work because he's really good at this. He's a stats guy, and somebody sent me a message and said, why do you guys do these things? And A, it's fun. B, there's always a few questions in here that make us really think, because you guys out there are way smarter than all of us combined, and you just give us the best questions. And Sonny, how many did we get this time?
About 40.
Jeez Louise. And there's no way in hell we have time for.
No, we don't.
You pick out the great ones.
Yeah.
Does Sonny look slightly like Eddie Munster right now? Am I losing my mind? Tell the truth.
Mixed with
Joe,
Grandpa.
Joe's laughing because he sees it. Joe sees it. Look,
hair.
It's it's
Slick back.
Yeah, that's
a good. Need a little point, dude.
I'm just gonna do the show.
No, he's got it. He's got the point. Sonny, come closer. Come closer. I'm out, boys.
Oh, wow. This is
why
I'm going to be the left ball.
Did you guys know that that guy that played Eddie Munster wrote that Fish Heads song? Fish heads,
Really?
heads, roly po. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I don't know why I do, but I do.
Wow.
All right, Sonny, hit us with him.
All right, let's start with a fun one. We'll start with Joey. Which Paul Stanley would you rather have? Looking in shape and sounding the way he does right now, or an overweight, out of shape guy but sounding like he did in the 80s?
Okay, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Great question.
Not even close. I will take Elvis, fat Elvis Paul Stanley any day of the week with the pipes from the 80s. Are you crazy? What the hell do I care if Paul Stanley looks good or not? I don't care. I want to hear him sing. I would love to see fat Paul Stanley in the outfit right now singing his ass off. That'd be great.
I just had a visual of a big fat Paul Stanley falling on the ground and rolling on the ground like that damn.
He would try to do one of these, but he couldn't get his hands around the back.
Yeah. It could be like Violet and damn the kid Willy Wonka when they roll her around and shit. Oh God!
I will tell you that I kind of ran into this a little bit. So I saw Loverboy probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and Mike Reno is not who Mike Reno used to be. He's 3 times the man he used to be. Let's put it that way. It was hard to watch on stage. I would have to tell you, I had my eyes closed. It sounded great. But I didn't really go to a show to have my eyes closed. It was hard to watch.
I'm crying. You guys,
a guy that used to be one way and is now the other way.
But if you have to choose for music, eyes or ears, I gotta take the. Listen, don't get me wrong. I don't want fat Paul, chubby Paul Stanley. I would rather have in shape, 1989 Paul Stanley singing his ass off. But yeah, we just don't have it. The blue thong has to be done, of course. And don't get me wrong, I would love to see chubby Paul Stanley with the blue thong too. That'd be nice too. But I'm not fat shaming anyone here. But if I have to choose, you got to have the voice.
Yeah,
totally.
Jody,
same as Joey. I mean, we probably have new Kiss records if Paul could still sing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm all about the music. I mean, I love the show and everything, but I got into the band because I like the music. That's the most important thing.
Joe, you good with Paul looking like us up there?
It probably made me feel better about my life.
Dude, I've seen a couple tribute bands that had the Elvis Paul.
I've seen weird. 1 or 2.
Yeah.
The Paul Stanley walks out. Instead of his water bottle, he's got like a basket of cookies. I'm sorry. Late Night Joe is here. He's got a milkshake. It's like, but David Lee Roth did that. Remember? It's like,
wouldn't there be something almost fun and cool about that, rather than having Paul Stanley be? Listen, I love Paul. He's my favorite singer of all time, favorite frontman of all time. But the anal Paul Stanley that we've gotten over the last few years, wouldn't you rather see just a fun-loving, chubby Paul Stanley get a slice of cake singing, rather than preaching that he just rode his bike for 29,000 miles and he's doing this and he's eating healthy and am I wrong?
Yeah, now he could be on like an exercise bike. You know what I'm saying?
When he does that muscle thing, he goes like this, but instead it'd be like.
But it'd be great. It'd almost be like, yeah, dude, you're 70 something. You're 70. It's okay. Let yourself go.
Yeah, it could be worse. It could be like Vince Neil, who's and can't sing.
I have been doing this show for 7 years, and I've never laughed so hard I cried. So
Doug just put on. We have a fat Paul. His name is Vince Neil.
Amen.
No, but like Jody just said, he can't do either. So that's not a good comparison.
All right, that question was from Eladio, by the way.
Thank you.
Next question, a little more serious. We'll start with Joe. I don't know how serious this is. Save Rock and Metal asked, what do you think Gene feels about Soul Station? Especially if he's going to use the Kiss marketing like Jody said he might use. I don't know. I don't know if that's okay.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't think that's going to happen because Paul Stanley's very much against that anyway. Because he like complained when it was My Dad, the Rock Star. Remember, Gene was like, "That's not Kiss." Anyway, that's you read the book.
Yeah.
Fuck. Anyway, but I think he likes it. I'm sure Gene loves that kind of music. So I know that. I mean, Gene is like he's happy doing whatever he wants to do, and he's fine with Paul doing whatever he wants to do. So long as they don't have to be around each other.
Yeah. Joey, does he show up to the first gig or Gene?
I could see Gene supporting Paul. Sure. I mean, to tell you the truth, I don't think Gene gives a shit about it, but I could see him supporting Paul. Why not? I don't think that has any effect on Gene whatsoever. But I do agree that for some reason, which I don't see it ever happening, if Paul is using Kiss right now to market Soul Station, then there'll be problems in the Kiss camp as far as Gene being able to use the Kiss name to do his stuff too. So I don't think that'll ever happen. But if that did happen, I could foresee problems. But besides that, no, I don't think Gene cares one way or another. But he'll support him.
Yeah. Jody, when Gene came out with the vaulting, right? He had GeneSimmonsVault.com, right? He had his own website, all that.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a SoulStation.net. Like, what's going on?
I don't know, man. I don't think it's as serious as like Gene took the vault. Like Gene was trying to sell those, you know.
Yeah.
Paul's just kind of doing this on the side, but I don't think Gene cares anything about it. You know, like if he's not making money on it, it's not in his like on his radar at all. I don't think. But I do think he might go to like a gig just to support Paul. I mean, they haven't been friends for what 50 years or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Did Paul ever go to a vault?
Paul never did the vault. I don't think
He didn't? I thought he did one.
Did he? I can't remember.
He did one. I can't
don't
remember.
know
I wish
either.
he would have been at mine. That would have been awesome. We got Ace.
But you're
though.
right. Gene obviously did the vault for money. You know, obviously that's why Paul is not doing Soul Station for any kind of monetary reasons. He's doing this purely artistic and to make himself look, you know, more in touch, you know, with his roots and stuff like that. I don't think it has anything to do with money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't either.
All right, we'll start with Jody on this one. Our buddy Tommy, his name is Gelati, but I'm going to say Gigliotti just to piss him off. Our buddy from Shout It Out Loudcast.
Yeah.
We hate those guys.
Yeah, those guys. He's been saying for a while Kiss won't tour again. He thinks Paul's done. You think Paul's done? Like, is Kiss done? They're not touring again.
They might be done, dude. I mean, I don't see the Corona shit going away anytime soon, and he's not going to do it while everybody's in masks. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I don't care. I mean, I've seen Kiss enough times. One more time is it going to kill me? You know?
No way.
Joe, do we gotta worry?
Sorry, dude. That
Like
like a
these-
stake in Joe's heart, but
Yeah.
I mean,
These guys are in their
really need to see
70s.
that one more time. I mean, I'd like to.
I
if
think
I don't,
okay.
I'm not
I don't know about touring. They'll do one more show. They'll
gonna-
close
the
it
big
out.
Final last show, but chances are I won't be at that. You know.
Yeah, they'll figure out how to do one last show. There's no way they're going to just fade away into nothing like that. They have to have a big blowout, and maybe tomorrow that's what we're
Yeah, that's what I
getting.
was gonna say.
Maybe they're going. Look, we can't tour anymore.
We have one last show, and it's
we're
going to be
have
on the
one
internet.
last show, and it's going to be on the internet, and we're going to rent out a big place, and everybody's going to get on stage, and it's going to be free. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
shitty way to go out, though, don't you think? That would
Nah,
suck.
No
I think,
way
I
in
mean,
hell Gene Simmons
unless,
and Chubb
you know,
Stanley
help-
ever get together.
Chubb Stanley. Unless health reasons really prevented them from touring ever again, meaning, let's just say COVID goes away in 2 years, whatever it is. Unless Kiss physically couldn't tour because one of them was sick or something, that to me, that would be the only reason that's a lot of money they would leave on the table. They're going to leave millions and millions of dollars on the table, and I just can't see them doing it. Especially if they get a good break right now for a year or 2 years, whatever it's going to be, they're going to go back out for as long as they can to make that final run money again, if they're physically able.
Yeah.
Plus, don't they have to like pay back some of the people that already are holding tickets for like shows that were booked? They don't want to do that either, you know?
Right. Even more so. Right. Never mind leave money on the table. Give back the money that's already on the table.
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you this. This wasn't one of the questions, but So you've got tickets to a show, one of the ones they canceled, which, was what, 15, 30 shows, 40 shows, whatever that was.
I do have tickets to one.
Right? Guys, we're not going to tour. We are going to do this epic 5-hour live stream. That's going to be your final show. We've got Ace involved. We've got Peter involved. We got Vinny involved. Social distance because we don't want to be around Vinny anyway. And you don't got to pay for the live stream show because your ticket is the live stream show ticket. Is that good enough for you?
Well, they have to pay me to watch fucking Vinnie Vincent on stage. Because
like
I
he doesn't want to play
$100
before like more than 20 people. He just won't do it.
I saw it personally in Miami and it was shitty.
Wow.
Damn.
I don't know. I've been hearing great things about the last few performances. Obviously, we haven't seen any video yet, but I've been hearing from a couple people that I know that was there. They said that Vinny was shredding and Vinny was kicking ass. I would love to see
what I
Vinny
saw
on
was
stage again.
shitty.
Why not?
I saw shitty. That's what
Well,
I
we saw
saw.
in Atlanta.
Someone just wrote Vegas farewell residency announced tomorrow, maybe.
See, I hope that, oh my God, if that's the case, then I can at least go to like 5 shows, but we'd go to at least 1.
I'm too far away for that. I got to see the last show, man.
All right, next question. This is going to be a fun one, so we're going to start with Joey. You win a contest to be on stage with a band. You have to wear an original costume with makeup. What would your character be named and look like?
Woo. That's a great question. I mean, man, put me on the spot here. I might have to do a cross between, maybe like a tiger for the Eye of the Tiger and Rocky Balboa. I'll come out with like my Rocky gear and some like an eye of the tiger on my face. It'd be killer.
Hey, and like halfway through the show, instead of spitting blood, we could cut your eye.
Yeah.
Yes. Gene, cut me, Gene.
His costume could be the animalized cover.
Ultimate Warrior kind of mask.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Like wrestling style.
Yeah. Jody, how about you?
Oh man, I don't know. I would maybe have like a big black cot leaf right on my face, and I'd be the stoner. And I'd rip it away. So when smoke came out of my guitar, I would get the whole front row really high.
Smoke coming out of your guitar.
Yeah.
Joe, how about you?
Oh, it's easy, man. I've had mine picked out for the last 5 years. I'd be the cheese wheel.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, totally.
That's goddamn cheese wheel.
Yep. I don't reach the back, but I would stretch it out. Just letting everybody know.
Sonny, what are you going to be, the Flintstone?
Flintstone is there. It's there, right? But it could be a cross between like Cobra and the Punisher. Like there had to be some guns involved and the Punisher symbol somewhere.
Cobra, like Stallone Cobra?
Yeah.
Or G.I. Joe
Cobra. A lot of black, the sunglasses. Yeah. No, not the G.I. Joe Cobra, the Stallone Cobra. Yeah,
that'd be great.
A G.I. Joe Cobra would be interesting, though.
Totally.
I think stretching with the Cobra and go more Flintstone Eddie Monster.
I like that. That's good.
That's too much.
All right,
like
so
black and silver like Flintstone outfit. It's all like sparkly, sweet.
Oh, that'd be killer. Yes,
Heck
like
yeah,
a
man,
rhinestone.
If you were a Flintstone, on stage, your move, you could be playing guitar, and your move could be that thing he did on his toes when he was bowling.
I was going to do the bedrock twitch. You don't remember that?
Oh man, I forgot all about that. Pretty awesome.
Anyway, hold on. Do that one more. Can you stand up and do that?
Twitch. No, I can't stand up.
Oh God, that's good.
I don't have no pants on.
Jesus.
I couldn't even say that with a straight face.
We killed Sonny.
Yeah. Okay, we'll start with Joe on this one. This one's from Jonathan Scott. The last one, by the way, was from Graces and Gallegos.
Hi,
Jonathan Scott says, would fans accept a final show with Peter and Ace in makeup, Eric and Tommy in the Fox and Ankh makeup, we always accept Bruce as he is, and no way Vinny gets in. So, are you good with the 4 originals, Tommy and Ankh, Singer in Fox?
I'm all about it. Just cut that other motherfucker out, and it's all good.
You can't put somebody else in the Fox makeup, dude. That's not good.
No, unless he releases that box set by December the 25th. I gave him a year. It's almost
I did give him
up.
a year.
That's
did,
2
right?
years.
No, but I made my announcement a year ago.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Which was a year after he said he would do it.
Yeah, Vinnie Vincent releases his box set, he could get on stage with Kiss. Otherwise, beat it, you fucking Yahoo.
Jody, so you're not going to allow Eric to wear the Fox?
I wouldn't put anyone in the Fox makeup. I mean, just to honor Eric Carr, you can't do that. You know what I mean? It's one thing to do it to Ace or Peter. They're still around, but you can't do it to some dead guy. Not in my book.
So Joey,
you're
Joey got
cats
walking around.
No, I totally agree. You can't have Eric as the Fox, and you really can't have someone as Vinny too. Vinny's alive. You could have Vinny up there. Don't put Tommy in Vinny's makeup. It's ridiculous. And you could also, what they're doing with the holograms now, have Eric as a hologram. Have the Fox as a hologram. I don't know why. Listen, they could have even done it for this whole run of the End of the Road tour. It wouldn't have been that far-fetched to do. They could have just done 1 or 2 songs, or even just play a 2-minute Eric Carr drum solo hologram in makeup. It would have been incredible.
Hey Jody, who said that 7 years ago?
One of us, yeah.
7 years ago, we talked about that, about how they could have just right in the middle of a farewell tour, whoever was playing drums could beat it, and they could have a hologram Eric Carr on stage with the tank and everything, and that would have been awesome. Okay, so here's my question. Joey, you're sitting at home. Loretta calls you up. Hey, I just got a phone call from Gene. They want me to pick the person that's going to be in Eric's makeup and represent him on stage. I would love it to be you. You ain't fucking doing that?
That's not totally different, of course.
Oh.
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying. Listen, I never blamed Eric Singer or Tommy for the makeup. I think you have to do it if you're chosen and you have that gig. No one in their right mind is ever turning that down. I never blame those guys. Those guys are incredible. I blame Gene and Paul for trying to push one and put one over on the non-diehard fans that they're trying to say, oh, that's Ace and Peter, or even worse, Ace and Peter didn't matter. These guys are just as good. They have the same makeup. Don't worry about what Ace and Peter did. That's the thing that I had an issue with. It was never that they were in the makeup.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to establish that if you get that phone call, you won't turn that shit down. And
I just, before bed every night, I put the makeup on just in case I get the call.
Wow.
And I also want to point out that if that happens, there are 3 guys on the screen with you that need to help you set up your drums.
Yep.
All right, go ahead, Sonny.
I would never let Pooney anywhere near my drums.
Oh, good Lord.
He's got like 9 guitars. He doesn't know how to tune them.
I know how to hit a drum.
Okay, good point.
I don't know how to hit it well, but all right, we'll start with Jody on this one. Our buddy Eric Alberti, he's got this. He's been talking rock and roll over on the Kiss Cave. I guess he's got a new podcast or a new group, which is cool.
Yeah, the Kiss Cave.
Yeah, so he says shameless plug. Oh, there you go, Eric. We plugged you. He asked if Destroyer blows up immediately, selling millions. Does Rock and Roll and Over and Love Gun still happen, or do they release some sort of compilation album or wait for Ezrin to come back and do the next album with Ezrin? And then the follow-up question there is, Peter and Ace weren't in love with Ezrin, so you just bounce them right then and there? Because you're more in love with Ezrin now than you were?
They wouldn't have did the knee-jerk and went the opposite direction for Rock and Roll.
That's right.
I think if it was a success, you'd have 3 or 4 Peter Criss songs on the next record, and you know what I mean. They would have followed suit. I think. I mean, why wouldn't you if it was a big success?
Yeah.
But as far as Ace and Peter and Ezrin, I don't know, man. Ace was already starting to hoard songs up at Rock and Roll Over and Love Gun, so he might have dipped out even earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know though. It's hard to say. What do you think?
Joey, for assume Destroyer's double platinum in the first month. Like, can they really go do Rock and Roll Over and Love Gun now?
You mean just as quick or without Ezrin?
Without Ezrin. Like, Ezrin just got you double platinum. And you haven't been double platinum at all.
I definitely think they move on from Ezrin just because I think Kiss, especially if they became even bigger than they became after Destroyer, Ezrin, as we know it, he was kind of a dictator. He had the whip, and he was really, schooling them in the studio. And I think Kiss was okay with it because they still needed that guidance. But after Destroyer, and they had that real success now, they weren't going to do another round with Ezrin right away like that. They went straight back to Eddie Kramer, where they knew, okay, he's a producer, but he's more of an engineer than he is a producer. And he wasn't really killing them on their parts, on their solos, on their playing. He was just working the board. And I think ego Kiss at that point needed that.
Yeah.
Or wanted that.
Yeah. I like where Joey's head is at, because you're right. Paul probably goes at, we can do what he's doing without him. We'll just do it. No big deal. Joe, you think that too? Or Alice Cooper loses Ezra and that's it? He's a Kiss guy now.
No, I think that Paul would have gone, we could do this. Now we know what we're doing. That kind of thing.
Yeah. Did Ezra get pushed on them? Like, I'm surprised that they would allow somebody to say, well, Ezra's doing great with Cooper, so you want him. Like, I'm just surprised it would go there. So did he get pushed on them?
In one interview that I saw, he said that that a kid walked up to him and said, you should be working with Kiss. You should be producing them. And how I don't think I ever heard how it actually developed. Like, what happened?
I think they liked Cooper. The Cooper records are better, like sound wise. Don't you think? Like, if you look at the first 3 records, they don't sound nearly as good as any of the Cooper records that Ezrin did. So I think they wanted that good sound, more than they wanted some guy to produce them and help write songs. But being able to do that was just added bonus with Ezrin, I think.
Yeah, Joey,
I just have a funny feeling that I don't think Kiss was even that much involved in those kind of decisions yet.
Not yet, no.
I think, a Coin or Bogart, whoever was really making those decisions got Ezrin on board. And I don't think Kiss had a yay or a nay about it. I don't think they really did. It wasn't even on their radar.
Yeah. Okay. Next question is an interesting one. We'll start with Joe. What is your favorite? This is from Paul Teplis, by the way. What is your favorite non-makeup Kiss video Joe cannot choose all night?
No. I think they got me confused. I think what they were saying, who wants to be lonely?
Who wants to be lonely? Don't pick either one. Favorite non-makeup Kiss video?
Well, it can't be All Hell's Breaking Loose, because I'm afraid of little people. I would say damn, that's a tough one. I think Lick It Up, just because of the shock that I went through the first time I saw it. Yeah. And trying to figure out what the hell they were eating. The song's good, even though that other guy's in the video. It's a good video. It's simple, but it's very rock and roll. Everybody always said Gene seemed out of place, but I always felt like Eric looked out of place. But I love that video. I love Lick It Up.
Yeah. Jody?
I'd probably say like Hide Your Heart. I always thought that was a cool video.
Yeah.
Like any mention of Tito, gang violence, little PSA at the end for everybody.
Yeah. Cool. Joey, how about you?
Probably just the simpleness of Forever, like that. Just them playing, really cool lighting, really cool vibe. No, it's almost a timeless video. It doesn't look dated. It doesn't look 80s. It just looks like a cool video of 4 guys playing in a room.
Yeah.
What's the one
I
where
like-
Paul's all bearded up? Was that like every time I look at you?
Every time I look
Yeah,
at
I think
you,
so,
he's
yeah.
got a beard. He grows a beard like I do. It's like Wolfman.
Patchy.
Yeah. I enjoyed Unholy.
That's a
Yeah,
good
that's a
video.
good video.
Too, yeah.
I remember
That's
that hit
all
me
right.
in the face pretty good. Yeah. But that's interesting. And it's weird because they went from those concept videos to like cheapo concert videos or cheapo them pretending to play on stage videos pretty fast. And then came back to the concept video for a minute and then went right back to the other thing, right? So
And that whole I just want to just 4 guys standing in a room.
Yeah, that's brutal.
That's it.
Let me ask you this, Joey. You probably know the answer. So why on the Reason to Live video is Eric Carr's drum riser just a big rock? It's like a big stone. You ever notice that? And why is that?
No. Is that Reason to Live or is that Tears Are Falling? That's Reason
I
to
think
Live
it's
with the
Reason to
big
Live.
rock?
Yeah.
I don't know.
One of
That's
the
a good
Crazy Nights
question.
videos. I think it's Reason to Live though. Damn it, I don't know. I can't remember now.
Damn it.
I don't know
I
either.
never noticed.
It's weird though.
Yeah, I got to go look.
Yeah. I think
All right,
it's Reason to Live though.
our next question will start with Jody from I Love It Louder. Would you want Kiss to do another unplugged type show?
I'd be down. The first one was totally awesome, dude. We could have some special people from the family come up, Vinnie Vincent, just for Joe. But yeah, I'd be down. I think it'd be cool.
What are they going to play?
I don't know what it
Anything
would
for
be
my
like with
baby?
Paul, though. I mean, one of the things about the original Unplugged that rules is Paul Stanley just killing shit, Now,
Yeah.
I don't know what it would be like. It might kind of suck a little bit, but I'd be down.
I saw that unplugged show in 2015 in San Bernardino, which was
Yeah, how
20
was
years
that?
after. It was good. Paul struggled at some parts, but he just didn't go there and let Eric do it instead. So there
Right.
was a lot more Eric in the vocal mix.
Yeah,
But
well,
I
that
was
what year?
not
2015.
2015. Yeah.
Now we're talking almost 6 years later.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
Paul can do it, man. I mean, I love the guy, but I think his vocals are done. I think he's done.
Joey, what do you think? You want another unplugged show? It's gonna be
I wouldn't
epic.
mind it. I mean, listen, of course, if we're going to compare it to the other Unplugged, it's not going to be even a hundredth of as good as what that one was. Paul is at
Right.
his peak there. He's at his, he has all his powers firing on all cylinders there. So,
Mhm.
of course, I still want to see it because I think they could pull out some rare songs, have some guest stars, have Vinny come up for a couple things, have, maybe I Still Love You or something. But yeah, I would be fun. I mean, again, I think I would rather just see them release the Cruise Unplugged videos.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Like
Joe,
a DVD set of all the Cruise performances. That'd be awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, the last time we saw Paul with an acoustic guitar with Bob on a cruise, it wasn't good. Joe, what do you think?
No. Are they going to play all the same freaking songs? Are they going to be like, I'll be sitting in the crowd and they'll go, anything for my shoot the guitar, done. You ain't playing that fucking song. Go.
Yeah, I
on
do have to
something
agree.
else.
If they're going to do it, you got to change up the set list. You got to do almost a completely different Unplugged set.
Yeah. I'm not a musician. You guys know that, so that's why I'm asking you. They can't change the key enough to get away with not having to sing it as high, because at least it wouldn't be all muffled because you're not playing plugged in. Isn't it easier to change the key acoustic?
They're already tuned down to C sharp, dude. If they tune any lower, the strings are just gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We
Let's say
call that
8 strings or something.
that's like wobble.
Yeah.
And that happens on acoustic too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
how low I have to tune in order to sing.
Okay, so this one's a new one on me. So we will start with Joey on this
Wow.
one. George B. Blandran, I think is the way to say it. But he says in the book Kiss Crew, which I haven't read yet, the authors maintain that the original Kiss Road crew, were promised by Paul that once the band became successful, the crew would be compensated well. That never happened. Does Paul regret making this promise? Joey, he probably regrets making a lot of promises, I'm assuming.
I mean, I never read that book either, but I'm sure stuff like that was talked about back then. Again, when you're coming up through the trenches with people and there's no money to be had, and these guys were probably working their tail off, Kiss was promising them the world, and rightfully so. How else were they doing the job? You know, they probably were getting paid almost nothing. So I absolutely think Kiss should have taken care of those guys back then. How much? I don't know. I mean, that, you know, that's up for how much do you compensate someone for the work they did 40 years ago? I don't know, but I do think that original crew and anyone that worked their way up with Kiss through those years that got quickly untied from the bandwagon does deserve some kind of benefits, you know, nowadays.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they do kind of get them, though, because that's the only reason some of those dudes are at the Kiss conventions is because they were part of the early days, and it's interesting to us Kiss freaks, you know what I mean? But I mean, I read the book. I liked it. I thought it was good. Other people said it totally sucked. I enjoyed it. I like those early stories, but they did promise them. But I mean, it wasn't Kiss's. It wasn't like Gene and Paul made the decision. It was the label. You know what I mean? They got huge all of a sudden off Alive, and then they got a whole new crew. You know, they had to. And so, I mean, at least you can go to the Kiss conventions and get people to pay $10 for your autograph still. You know what I mean? Like, that's something. I don't know. Other bands that same thing happened to their crew, that you don't see them like belly aching about it, do you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It wasn't.
Joe, it's a slippery slope, right? Like, how much does it take to make you happy if you're that guy? Like, is it 1,000? Is it 100,000 because you think they're billionaires? Like, what gets you to shut up? I don't know if a number exists.
Yeah, and of course I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But if that promise was really made and it wasn't fulfilled, it's pretty bad, man. I mean, you know, J.R. Smalling is gone now.
Right. But think of all the years that he got to go to those conventions and stuff and, you know, be sort of known for that. That's payment, dude.
Yeah, but they weren't making any money from that stuff. And again, when I say they should be compensated, I don't mean just send them a check. I mean, keep them in the camp. Keep them
They could
working.
have had other jobs.
Give them jobs forever.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by that. I don't mean they should just be, oh, here's $1 million or here's, you know, $100,000 a year for the rest of your life. I don't think that's warranted either. I think they should just be, these guys should be part of the camp one way or another. There's so many menial tasks that could be done every day that people could be taken care of.
Yeah, but look at any other band. Do you think that they have the same road crew for 50 years? You know what I mean? It's just a job. It's like most bands that come in, you get local people to do the road crew shit. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I see both sides of it, but
I mean, I feel like Kiss's road crew was a major. They believed in what those guys were doing. That was the thing. They didn't just find some guys that were like, okay, you know, I'll do this. These guys saw what was going on, believed in them, and believed that when they blew up, they would be on the team because they were a team at the time. So once again, excuse me, I wasn't there, but coincidentally, Jody and I are in the book.
Yeah.
Aren't we?
Yeah.
I just want to point that out. But
I think it depends on the person's situation and almost desperation level, right? Like if one of those guys ended up being CEO of Pepsi, then they hang their hat on, I used to be on Kiss's road crew and I don't care if they didn't pay me or whatever because I got a great life and I went on to bigger and better things.
Right.
It's the guys that were waiting. So are they ever going to call me back? Or, you know, that, right? I think it depends on the situation you're in and if you need the money, I guess. I don't know. I don't know those guys.
It wasn't like Kiss's decision, though. That's what I don't get.
Yeah,
They're all talking about Gene and Paul. It's like, dude, they didn't make this decision. It was Corpo, you know?
Yeah.
It became a big entity and a bunch of people were controlling the business, not
Yeah.
Gene and Paul, you know?
Right. No, I get that, but don't you think they could have gone, look, man, these guys have been with us since the beginning. They're gonna have
they could have.
you know, they even if they're working
That's
if
hard.
they're working the freaking merch booth.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You had to hire
Make them
somebody.
truck drivers, make them anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's tough, right? It's tough.
Yeah. This is heartbreaking. I'm gonna cry.
Okay, so we'll get to a fun one. David Cathy. So we'll start with Joe since he's about to cry.
No, because it's gonna say something about anything for my baby.
No.
And all right, fine.
Take Alive out of the mix. Take Alive 2 out of the mix. David Cathy asks, what is your third favorite Alive album?
Does it have to be like labeled an Alive album?
No, it does not.
Okay.
So what's your third favorite Kiss live album? Because everybody's going to say one or two, either first or second. So what's your third?
Shit.
They got like 60. Just pick one.
No, but I'm trying to think of what my favorite is. I can't listen to Alive 3 because every time I played this song, the place lights up.
Damn Christmas tree.
Like the damn Christmas tree. I can't listen to that one. All right, I'm not going to lie. It's probably the Millennium concert.
Wow.
That's got Ace and Peter on it. And the songs are good. And I like it a lot. Yeah, I'm going to go with Millennium.
Yeah. Jody?
I don't know if this would count, but I'd probably like stick to that Animalized Live Uncensored. I think that should have been Alive 3 in the first place. It would have Eric and Bruce, and it totally rips. And the stories are great, and the banter's great, and everything's really fast and totally rocking. You know,
I just had a vision of
that.
Fat Paul Stanley doing that thing again. This is going to bother me all weekend.
And she puts her hand, hold on.
Around the front and down my pants.
He said, Paul, why do you have a salami down your pants? I said, yo, honey, that ain't no salami.
That's a
my-
watermelon.
I was hungry.
Fat roll. That's my fat roll. Sorry.
Joey, how about you?
No, if we could choose that would be absolutely be my pick too. Animalized Live Uncensored. Like I think one of the mistakes Kiss made, over the years was not having an Eric Carr Alive album. It could have been the Animalized. It could have been the Creatures tour. It could have been any of those tours. I wish they would have captured that as an official live album. I'm so grateful that they even have the Animalized Live Uncensored. If it was an official album, 100% would be my pick.
Yeah.
What if that would be the thing tomorrow?
No way.
Yeah, it'd be epic.
No way. After
Maybe
what
the
Joey
thing is
said
they're gonna
last
do a
week.
hologram tour.
Yeah. After what Joey said last week about Paul's necessity for wine and dine, and I'm this guy now, there's no way Animal Live Uncensored is coming out.
No, but what if it? Oh yeah, I mean,
way.
what if it was a
They
different?
could cut those parts out, maybe.
Beep, 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 beep,
Live
beep,
and
beep,
heavily censored, right?
Yeah.
for me, it's Kiss Unplugged. Right? It would be Animalized.
Unplugged would be my
if it
next
was
one,
available.
Yeah,
Unplugged
totally.
is slam dunk for me.
Big time.
Okay, so this one's an interesting question. Ken Keenan, our buddy,
Hey, Ken.
Jody,
Did you-
he wants to know, did you subscribe to any magazines? And he's talking more like Hit Parader and Circus and stuff like that, not like,
not Hustler.
Playgirl or whatever. In the past, because you expected Kiss to appear in them regularly.
I never really subscribed to any, but I did buy them off of a newsstand. I had a subscription to Thrasher, but Kiss wasn't really ever in that.
No,
you know what I mean?
No. Yeah.
But I used to buy some Circus and Faces and fucking Hit
Yeah.
Parader if Kiss was in there, especially those, like those Kiss super specials they put out where you get all the posters inside and all that shit. I love those. But I never wasn't a subscriber, no.
Yeah.
You?
How about you, Joey?
Never was a subscriber, but religiously bought all those magazines every month. Circus, Hit Parader, any one of those magazines, especially like Joey said. I actually just bought on eBay one of the Super Kiss specials from, I think it was Circus, like a Metal Muscle, or it was late 80s. It was a full Kiss special. I even have it right here somewhere.
Those things are
hold
awesome.
on.
I always wanted a subscription to Rip magazine, but
I literally just got this.
Oh
the other
yeah,
day.
I have that one.
I had it growing up. It was like my favorite magazine, and it was just I cut it up and hung all the posters, and now I got a pristine copy. It's one of my favorite magazines growing up.
Sweet.
Yeah,
and this was Faces.
So
yeah,
two of them. I could cut one up, and then one I would just keep.
Yeah,
I was like Joe.
Yeah, this thing is pristine. Holy cow! This was one of my favorite posters growing up too. Right here.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
love that one.
Classics like the People magazine shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so great. Eric's makeup looks incredible in that picture.
Totally.
Yeah. I couldn't afford the subscription, right? So I had to buy it in pieces. And by the time I had enough money to be buying magazines on the regular, I was moving around a lot. Like, first time I moved out of the house, a different girlfriend kind of thing. So if I would have had a subscription, it would have ended up pretty much everywhere. Girlfriend, yeah. Joe, how about you?
I never had a subscription. I had a dad and a mom that would hit the 7-Eleven for me and bring home 16 magazine. Man, one day we'll do a showdown. I'll do the show from down in my Kiss room and show all the magazines that I have. But I probably have close to 200 magazines with either Kiss on the cover or in it. I have the tabloids. I love all that stuff. 16 magazine was such a huge deal to me. I even remember having the had the ads, even the 16 magazine ads where they were all like holding the 16 magazines and you can see their eyes. Yeah. That was pretty cool. I never had a subscription. I just had mom or dad that would, pick them up for me. And, it was either the new 16 magazine or a couple packs of Star Wars cards.
Yeah.
I don't no idea how they afforded them because we didn't have any other fucking thing, but they figured out a way to get them for me, Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this real quick.
I never trusted subscription.
Yeah, me either. But what was your favorite? Like Hip Raider, Circus, Cream, what have you?
Well, 16 was my favorite, but then after that, I think I can't remember the main one that I remember was Kiss Fever, and I can't think of who put Kiss Fever out yet. But that was the first time I ever saw Gene without makeup was in that magazine. And that was 79 79. And Gene is not wearing makeup in a picture in that magazine. Really? And I've said it before. I ran through the house to show my mom Gene Simmons coming out of Studio 54, no makeup. And I tell people about it all the time. And most people, even Kiss fans, have no idea that there was a picture of Gene in that magazine without makeup.
Yeah. For me, I was, when it came to Kiss, I wasn't loyal to any magazines. I would take any magazine that had Kiss in it.
Right.
When it came to Hit Parader, I was collecting them like Frank Costanza collected TV Guide. Like Hit Parader was my magazine because that had all the hair metal bands were there. I would dabble in the circus every once in a while. I'd flip through it, but it was Hit Parader. I had to have every single one. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think Hit Parader was the best one out of the bunch. Especially, hair metal days. I think Hit Parader was the best one. But for Kiss stuff, I used to get all the fanzines too. Like growing in Manhattan, I would go to the, It's Only Rock and Roll, and I forget the Kiss Force and Kiss Strike. I forget what they were all called, but they were like smaller, little black and white magazines. I used to love them.
Yeah, those are killer, dude.
There's so I was looking at this magazine. I thought I'd share it with you guys. I was looking at this on eBay. If you guys out there are shoppers, I haven't bid on it yet, but $12.99 Circus Magazine 1981. The story right here at the bottom says, Peter Criss, behind the Kiss mask lies a solo career. Is it getting out of control? I never knew there was anything for Peter Criss for that record other than maybe an ad, but right there you can see. Well, let me go. There's an ad on the cover.
Wow.
And Kiss is not even on the cover of that one. So that's 81. So I was looking at that and thought it was pretty interesting. And
Hey Joe, do you have that rock scene, like the first one that printed a photo of Kiss? You have that?
I'm not sure. I know I might, but I know that. Oh, you mean without makeup?
No. Like rock scene. I guess it would have been like '73. Paul actually sent the photo in.
No, I don't have that.
New bands and the little new
I
bands.
have one where it's a. Okay, so I have the first People magazine they were ever in.
Okay.
They're the last page in the damn magazine.
Oh yeah.
The very last page, and then so that was People, and then I have like one of those like Circus or Hit Parader magazines from like '75, and I want to say it's right before Alive came out, and there's the centerfold is actually a picture of Kiss on stage, and so they still hadn't broke. I have that, but I like I said, one day we'll do a show from down there, and I'll just pick a bunch of stuff and
That'd be cool.
and show you guys because some of it's really cool. I have a book down there by this guy, something Casada, and it's not autographed, but I have it.
That costs extra.
All right, so we'll end on a Gary Cap question, and Gary, our friend. What Kiss album did you most anticipate its release when you were a kid? And I'll start. For me, I got into them at the Heavens on Fire video. So the first albums I got were Animalize and Dynasty, but the first album I was waiting for come out was Asylum. And that's why it's my favorite album. It had the most anticipation for me, and it ended up being my second live show I'd ever seen. So, and that kind of started my music fandom. So it was Asylum for me. How about you, Joey?
It might have been Asylum too. When was you remember? I remember always reading articles, and there was always rumors of the new Kiss album title. There was a couple rumors going around of Who Dares Wins and Condemnation. Right? Remember those?
Yeah,
I don't remember if that was that for Asylum or Crazy Nights.
Crazy Nights. Yeah.
It was. So Crazy Nights, I think, was my first real, I can't wait for this record to come out. Most of the other ones, they kind of came out without me even realizing it, just because, no internet, barely radio play and stuff like that. So I would just go to Sam Goody or go to Crazy Eddie and find the new Kiss record. Yeah.
What about you, Jody?
Same as Joey. Like, I got into Kiss around Animalize when I was a kid, but I didn't really know when Asylum came out. By the time Crazy Nights came out, I was full blown super freak. You know what I mean? So I knew it was coming out. I was waiting. I remember going to school that day and freaking out because I had to go to school. And when I got home, my mom had picked it up for me, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I love Crazy Nights. I know most people don't, but I still love that record. It's great.
Yeah, it's a good record.
And I think it has a lot to do with our last question. I think the magazines at that time were now, letting people know the next record's coming out. And I probably couldn't afford magazines before Crazy Nights, so I wasn't buying a lot of them. But then when those years came around, Hit Parader would kind of give you teasers about when the new albums were coming out.
Yeah.
Joe, how about you?
Well, I've told the story 100 times.
Unmasked.
Unmasked.
Totally.
I was sitting in my grandmother's house. She was watching General Hospital, and the commercial came on that the new record was coming out, and it was Unmasked, and I didn't know what the hell that meant. And the commercial,
like the pesky reporter and all that shit. Yeah, that's awesome.
The commercial is still on YouTube. You can go and watch it. When I first started this show, I actually did a whole Unmasked episode and played the commercial, and that was just in order to get that record, I had to go to camp, and you guys know I did not want to go to camp, but I went because I got that record when I got home, and that just that was I just remember the poster and listening to it, and I would lay in my bed and just listen and just constantly read the comic and the picture of Ace with the it looked like wings up in the air. Always broke my heart. Yeah, always broke my heart that he didn't actually have wings. It was just that big cape, and the wings would have kicked fucking ass. And then I don't know. It's just to me, everything about that record is amazing. I'm not old enough. I'm old enough to have enjoyed Kiss in their heyday. I'm not old enough to have been able to listen to the record and go, that's not Peter Criss.
Right.
I had no idea, and that was perfectly fine. Later on in my life, did it break my heart a little bit, but not too much, because I it's fine. I didn't know when I was a kid, and that was fine. But Unmasked, 100%.
Yeah, Joe, you reminded me of something. And I don't know if it was later on or if it was happening while I was getting into the bands. Yeah, one place was the magazines would say, hey, coming November 22nd, the new Skid Row album or whatever, right? But I can remember going to Tower Records and them having a thing on the wall that would say, like, October 7th, these albums are coming out. October 14th, these albums are coming out. October 21st. Was that later on in life? Or did that happen all the way through the 80s? I don't remember.
I think it always Sorry, Joey.
No, go ahead, Joe.
No, I was just saying, I think it always was like that. It's just you weren't of age to really pay attention to it yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Joey.
No, Jody, you're probably right. I think it probably was always there. I personally never saw those things. I would just go. I would go to the mall every week, hoping to find something new. I would never see schedules or, it wasn't until the magazines would have little blurbs about. And it usually was an interview with Kiss saying, yeah, the new record's almost done. And we're going to hear some, it's going to be, they would always say it's going to be a cross between Destroyer and, something else. And that's how I would always get hyped up for the album. It was never in the actual record store.
Yeah.
I was pretty lucky. Later on, like right after high school, I got a job working at the record bar. And it was
my dog is eating my drum pedal. I'll be right back.
His dog is eating what?
His drum pedal.
Oh, have mercy. We don't want that happening.
No.
I worked at a record bar, and then it got turned into a Turtles, records and tapes. And the record bar that I worked at, we turned over so much volume that when a band was going to release a new record, the label would bring them to our store, and they would go, look, there's your record at the store, in the store, and so I got to hear of bands before they were famous, like Jackal, and although we knew Jackal because we were in Atlanta, but like Izzy Stradlin, the Juju Hounds, and Counting Crows, I think, came in, and so and then we would get a tape once a month. And it would have like a sample song.
Yeah.
And we could put it on and listen to the sample songs.
Oh, wow.
And I just remember finally we would get CDs. And we had like a packed house. The store was packed, man. And we were playing the sample CD, and that song, Damn, I Wish I Was Your Lover. You remember that song?
OPB Hawkins, right?
So yeah, it at the end of the song there was a commentator, and she just went, "Damn, that's a good song." And somebody on our staff had squatted down and just kept hitting the back button. Damn, 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 damn. Everybody was looking around like, what the hell? It was pretty funny. It's tame back then,
Yeah.
Tame, but I was pretty lucky. I got to, working at a music store. If you guys have ever seen, I can't remember the name, the Empire Records.
Mm-hmm.
That's a true story. Working at a record store is just like that. No joke at all. It's a lot of fun. All right. So that was it, huh?
Well, we got more, but
hit us with one more. Hit us with one more. Bonus question. Bonus question. You know what? You know what's good for the bonus question? My check mark. I'm trying to figure out who Jody is.
That one looks creepy, Jody. Wow.
You don't know who that is, Joe?
Oh, Freddie Mercury?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, you got to smile in order for me to tell.
All right, so we'll go with Colin Francis as the last question,
Colin, I just sent you a record. You'll get it in a month.
and we'll start with Jody. What Kiss concert and tour was your favorite, and why?
Probably '96 reunion. I mean, it was just fucking magical to me. I could not believe I was even seeing such a thing. But if that one's out of the question, it was probably Hot in the Shade. That tour is badass, I thought. Setlist ruled, and it was just really good. But I'd probably go '96 St. Louis. It was like the third gig of the reunion tour, so everyone was like super hyped. You know what I mean? And they fucking smoked, and everyone was going apeshit, and I had really good seats. Everything about it was just perfect that day. Loved it. Still think about it every day.
Yeah, Joe.
Maybe not every day, but.
This tour, the new one, this is my favorite tour.
Wow.
In all the
That's
years
because they
that
got him a stupid balloon in Vegas. That's why.
that's part of it. That's part of it. The balloons that fell down, one fell right into Sonny's hands. He was like, "Here you go." I ganked that motherfucker too. I had the air out of that bitch before it even hit the ground. All right. No. Here's the thing now. Truthfully, everybody on the screen right here for a show during this tour, I have an experience with. And in all the years that I've been a Kiss fan, in all the years I've been doing this, my goal was to see a Kiss show with all of you guys. And Joey was a happy accident, Joey sent me a message.
I think so.
Joey, he
I
sent
had
me
to go there.
It's okay. He sent me a message and said, "You're coming to New York. We got to hang out." And that was wonderful. And then I was in Vegas with Sonny and a whole bunch of the people that are listening right now. Like I said, I went to St. Louis with Jody. Karen, has traveled with me to see the band. She 100% supports me because she's crazy. And this was just really great, man. It's just been a really great tour. Paul sounded, this is the way I wanted Paul to sound on the way out. It's not perfect, but it's great. It's really great for me. I've been all over the place. I haven't been able to get into the front row. I really would love to do that. But I got to the fifth row. Think about what happened when we were in Vegas, Sonny. That dude walked right up to me and handed me a ticket because he was leaving and said, "Here, this is fifth row." And I just walked down there. And I mean, this tour has been really great. And not only that, I was on the cruise when they announced the final show, and I was with my friends Ken and Kara, and we had a great time. And just this past year, not this year, but last year was pretty wonderful. It was probably musically the best year of my entire life. So I'm really grateful for that.
That's really sweet, Joe.
Yeah.
I mean it 100%.
It is.
Yeah.
Joey, how about you?
I mean, I have so many. I've seen so many Kiss tours, but I have to lean towards the Rock the Nation tour just because I was part of it. I mean, I was with these guys every single day for, over 3 months. So it was, it was my whole life working up to that point. I dreamt about that moment for, the 25 years prior to that. So there was nothing like experiencing. And it wasn't, I've done a lot of shows with one-offs with bands, whether it was Sammy Hagar or the Scorpions or all these other big bands. I've done a lot of one-offs with them. One-offs are great and it's fun, but it's nothing like being on tour with someone where, you're with them every day. You're playing cards with them. You're eating with them. You're showering next to them. It's crazy. So to experience that, when I say next to them, I mean in the bathrooms.
Socially
to experience, yes, yes. Paul didn't want us anywhere near him. Trust me. To experience that and to be on the tour with your favorite band, and it was our first major tour. There was just nothing like it. So was Kiss at their peak? No. But Kiss was still pretty damn good. It was the first tour with Tommy and Eric. So the set list was killer. Paul still sounded awesome. So it was, and they were almost rejuvenated that tour. They got a little bit of spark back in their step, you know, after the farewell and all that stuff. So it was just a great experience from day one till the end of the tour.
Yeah.
It's awesome, dude.
For me, my first Kiss show was my second show ever, right? Of any band. Wasp opened. It was kind of a blur. I loved the Crazy Nights tour, but Anthrax opened, and it really just ruined it. I loved Hot in the Shade, and Winger and Slaughter played with them. It was an incredible day. But I really liked Paul's solo club tour. So in 92, on April 23rd, 25th, 26th, I saw him at the Stone and twice at the Troubadour in Hollywood.
Yeah.
First time with Eric Singer, all three in clubs. Dude, it's 92. You get the best of everything they got because they're doing old stuff and new stuff, including on hold. And it's got that Paul Stanley solo club tour feel with all four members of Kiss. And I was already an Eric Singer fan. I got to say, those were probably my favorite 3 gigs.
It's awesome.
Damn.
Yeah, if I had a one gig besides the gigs that, of course, that I toured with them, if I picked one Kiss gig that was my favorite gig of all time, it was the night I saw the 92 club tour as well in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And
it was good, right?
Yeah. Again, it was, 92. I was 18 years old, so I was literally losing my mind. I was one person from the front. I still have picks and sticks and bloody cups and all that stuff from that show. I still have the leather jacket that I wore that night. Everyone was so sweaty. The leather is completely ruined. It will actually peel if you just try to touch it. It cracks. And you couldn't get your arms over your head to take your jacket off. You couldn't get it off. And people were passing out in front of me. And I was just like George Costanza. You won't get this, Joe. And Seinfeld throwing people out of the way when the fire happened. I was literally stepping over people's heads just to move an inch closer to the stage. And we were just literally grabbing, Gene would walk by and we would grab all his picks off his guitar and just grab them all. That's how close they were to us. And that was the closest Kiss ever was to me up until that point. So that, if I had to pick one show, that's the show. Sonny, great. It was a great tour.
Yeah.
What about you, Joe? Do you have one show that was like
me?
Best show you ever saw?
Well, I kind of still lean to the reunion tour. It was just so fucking cool. See Ace and Peter, it was just badass. If not that, maybe the farewell. I think I've told that story a couple times, but me and D-Rock were like frying on acid, and it was really intense. And it was nuts, dude. I'll never forget that. It's like burned into my memory. But unfortunately, Nugent opened that show, and God, man, I was ready to just like slit my throat when he was playing because it was terrifying with all of his rhetoric and all that shit. It was brutal, dude. Brutal. But yeah,
I think for me, if I had to pick one show, I think I would. I cannot believe I got to see Kiss in Cobo Hall. That right there is one of those things where you're like, my buddy Doug just called me and said, let's go. And I'd never done anything like that at that point, get on a plane and fly to a place I'd never been to see a show. And, turning around and looking at the back of that building and seeing the back cover of Kiss Alive and it was just amazing. And
weren't they supposed to release that? And they never did.
Maybe that's coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe.
Epic.
It's epic. All right. So, hey, thank you guys for paying attention to us. It's late, and there's still 18 of you guys. There's been a steady, solid group of you guys watching all night long. Thank you very much. You guys that are at home listening right now, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jody, do you have anything to add?
I would just have to add, that's it.
Sonny.
I want the right ball.
Oh, you will be the right ball.
You're gonna get them both. You know what I'm saying?
You already called Joe. Rewind the tape. You already called left, my friend.
It's awesome. So, Joey, you're Joey.
Same as always. My books are out on Amazon. Joe and I were just talking about my audiobook. My audiobook is up for free right now. You can go on my YouTube page at Joey Casada. Type in "Start with the Dream." All the chapters are up there for free to listen to. Tons of extras, whether it was sound clips of, just stuff from Z-Rock or from old bands. Lots of old demos from when I'm 13 all the way, through my whole life, stuff unreleased. It just put a lot of extras in the audiobook. It's a really fun listen.
I will second that. I want you guys out there to know that I started listening to Joey's book when it first came out on audio. I bought it and I got a few chapters in, and then it just got busy and I never had a chance. So I restarted it with my son in the car, and my son Jace has enjoyed it so much that every time he gets out of the car, he makes me stop it, and every time he gets back in the car, he makes me start it. And I called Joey to tell him how much I'm enjoying the book. If you listen right now, he's put it online for free. I promise you will never listen to an audiobook like that. And I'm not blowing smoke up his ass. It's literally awesome. I love the fact that when he talks about a performance, he has the recording and he plays the recording. Everything that he's saying is happening, whether they were at L'Amour or their first show or whatever. Even the talent show stories are great. I want to make sure that you guys go and find that and listen to it. It's terrific. I've been really enjoying it. Okay, that was enough.
And look, Chris Jericho did the forward to the audiobook.
Yeah, listen, and you can. This is what I would do. Okay, go listen to the first chapter. Okay, or maybe even the first two chapters. Then, when you see how awesome it is, show Joey your appreciation. Go to iTunes and buy it. How much is it now?
Nah, don't even worry about it. Just go enjoy it now. Again, if you're a Kiss fan, Joe knows the whole book is Kiss. It's. I'm the biggest Kiss fan in the world, just like everyone else listening to this. So the whole book is all about my Kiss fandom, starting from when I saw them at 5 years old at Madison Square Garden, all the way through, like I said before, touring with them. So if you're a Kiss fan, trust me, you'll relate to most of the stuff in the book.
Listen, and there is a really juicy chapter that involves Joey and Margaret Thatcher. They met and something happened in a room. I'm not really sure what it was.
And chubby 16. Paul Stanley.
Chub Stanley. I'm the Chub Child. Anyway, all right. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for paying attention to us. It's 12 o'clock on the East Coast, which means I am fucking tired. Also, check out my mug. I've been using my double platinum mug all night. Cool. You can get that on Kiss Online. Oh, and one more thing. We love podcasts and we love Kiss podcasts, most of them anyway. And you're going to hear the commercials for all the ones. You're really not. I mean, I don't even play them. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I just say this. I got nothing else to say.
Number one. That's the number one.
Yes, very good. Oh, yeah. Damn. Wow. I didn't even do that. That's all right.
He's been
waiting. I'm waiting, Sonny, I'm waiting the whole show. I'm sitting, waiting the whole show, ready to go. It's at the tip of my tongue. I'm ready, and he doesn't give it to me.
Hey, Sonny, where can they send us emails?
At Podcast Rock City.
That's the number one.
There you go.
At gmail.com. Your hate mail can go to Joey Casada loves you at gmail.com.
Yes. All right. We're out of here in 3, 2, 1. Peace.